People are freaking out right now. Because one of the weirdest Bitcoin stories just resurfaced. According to posts spreading online, a letter allegedly found in the Epstein files mentions Bitcoin back in June 2011, calling it a brilliant idea. And the internet is doing what it does best, connecting dots, creating theories, and turning it into a full crypto scandal. But here's the real question. Is this story actually real? And even if it is, what does it really mean for Bitcoin? Let's break it down calmly, without the conspiracy noise. First, we need to understand why this story is exploding. Bitcoin in 2011 was not mainstream. It wasn't something your average person knew about. It wasn't even something most investors took seriously. In 2011, Bitcoin was still early, risky, and basically considered internet money. So when people see a claim that a wealthy and controversial figure like Jeffrey Epstein mentioned Bitcoin back then, it feels shocking. It makes people think Bitcoin was always connected to powerful circles. And that's exactly why this is going viral. But now comes the important part. Even if a letter exists, it does not automatically mean Epstein was a Bitcoin investor. It does not mean Bitcoin was created for illegal activity. And it definitely does not mean Bitcoin is guilty of anything. Bitcoin is a technology. It doesn't care who uses it. Just like cash doesn't care who uses it. The internet is mixing two separate things, a person and a protocol. Now let's talk about what the letter allegedly said. The claim is that the letter calls Bitcoin a brilliant idea but also points out weaknesses or shortcomings. And honestly, that part is believable. Because even Bitcoin fans today admit Bitcoin has limitations. For example, it's slow compared to modern payment systems. It's expensive during high network traffic. And it's not designed for everyday micropayments. So if someone in 2011 said, "This is brilliant, but it has flaws," that's not shocking. That's actually accurate. Now, why are people connecting this story to the Epstein files? Because the phrase Epstein files triggers attention. It triggers controversy. It triggers curiosity. And it makes the story feel bigger than it really is. It's basically the perfect clickbait formula: Bitcoin plus Epstein plus secret letter plus 2011. It's like a viral cocktail. But here's the part most people miss. Even if Epstein knew about Bitcoin in 2011, that doesn't mean he influenced it. It doesn't mean he funded it. And it doesn't mean Bitcoin is connected to him. It only means one simple thing: Bitcoin was already being discussed by wealthy and informed people much earlier than most of us realized. And that's the real takeaway. Bitcoin wasn't just a nerd project. It was being watched quietly by people who understood money, power, and influence. Now, here's where the story becomes interesting for the average viewer. Because the real question isn't, did Epstein like Bitcoin? The real question is, how many powerful people knew about Bitcoin early and stayed silent? How many investors saw it coming and bought before the public even noticed? And how many stories like this are still hidden? That's why this topic is so clickable. Because it taps into a real feeling people have, that the game is rigged. That insiders always know first. And that the public finds out last. But to stay objective, this story should be treated as a rumor until there is a verified source. Because social media loves screenshots. Social media loves half-truths. And the internet loves turning a small claim into a huge scandal. So the smart approach is simple: don't panic. Don't believe everything instantly. And don't let a viral post rewrite history. Bitcoin is still Bitcoin. It's still decentralized. It's still open source. And it still exists whether you love it or hate it. If anything, this story proves one thing: Bitcoin was never just a meme. It was a serious idea long before it became mainstream. Now, if you want more stories like this, the hidden history behind the world's biggest tech and money systems, subscribe. Because the real secrets are always hiding in plain